This community interview is made possible by Shaw and Associates.
I'm Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw & Associates. For over 70 years, Shaw & Associates has been your trusted experts for wealth management, tax, accounting, and payroll. We change lives and inspire true wealth, one person, one family, one business at a time. Shaw & Associates is a wealth management investment firm that specializes in taxes, serving as a fiduciary, putting your interests first. You can find more information or schedule an appointment by calling 530-674-1150 or on the web at shawassociatesinc.com. Shaw & Associates is proud to support community radio.
And you can support community radio by going to 93qradio.com and hitting the donate button. It's just easy. Well, this morning, this is very cool. It is spring, and I've got Corey Kirsting with me. Good morning, Corey.
Good morning.
And we're going to talk about the Yuba Sutter Symphony Spring Fling Pops concert.
That's right.
Oh, man, we were talking offline. You guys are going to play some absolutely... I have a favorite. I told you I have a favorite, but great music. So talk a little bit about this. When does this happen? And how much work was it for you? Because it's like easy, right?
Sure, piece of cake. So this is the Yuba Sutter Symphony, and Yuba Sutter Symphony is part of the Yuba Sutter Oratorio Society that's been around in our community for over 85 years now, which is pretty special.
Wow.
And our symphony is made up of volunteer local musicians. We have musicians that are high school students, college students, all the way up to retired folks that are in their 70s and 80s. But we put together some amazing concerts, and these musicians work hard, practicing on their own and in our rehearsals. Just put these concerts together, and our symphony is as much for those musicians to just give them an outlet to share their gift and to practice their gift and their art, as much as it is to then share that with our community. And we do 5 different concerts over the year. This one is our Spring Fling Pops concert. So it's we have a special theme this year. We're doing a journey through television theme songs. And so it's going to be a lot of fun music that people will recognize from many years ago to some current things, but it's just going to be some TV show theme songs and played by symphony orchestra. It's going to be pretty cool.
So is this, I have to ask, right, because when you think symphony orchestra, mostly you're playing things that are complicated. It's complicated stuff. I don't know how complicated TV themes are, but they got to be fun. So the people that play these, do they get excited about it? Like,
absolutely.
Oh, this is right.
Yeah, absolutely. We were playing at rehearsal, our last rehearsal, or it might have been a couple weeks ago. But one of the pieces we're playing is from Downton Abbey, which is kind of a more current show. And we're playing through it, and one of our cello players, in the middle of us rehearsing it, she kind of leans over and says to her stand partner, "It sounds just like the show." And so it's from that standpoint, it's pretty neat just to play these musics and play these pieces of music and to put it to life, and for people to kind of have that shared experience of, hey, I know this piece and it sounds just like it, and it's really cool.
It's happening this weekend.
Yes. So
this is like right around the corner.
Right. So it's happening this Saturday. We're doing 2 performances, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and both performances take place at St. Andrew Presbyterian Church over in Yuba City, which is right next to Winco. And the concert also features the 4th and 5th grade choir from Twin Rivers Charter School, which is in Yuba City as well. Yeah. And their director, Jim Achilles, is a fantastic musician and director of that choir. And we've partnered with that school for probably 6 or 8 years now. I think we've been partnering with that school on this concert, where their kids will come in and they'll be singing on a few of our TV show themes. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
So I told you I have a favorite, the Muppet Show. You guys are going to do the Muppet Show.
Yeah, we're going to do the Muppet Show, and that's one of the pieces that the choir kids are going to be singing on.
Oh my gosh!
So that would be a lot of fun.
I'm having a hard time getting my mind wrapped around a symphony orchestra doing the Muppet theme.
Yeah.
But that's why I asked. This has got to be fun for them because it's probably not their usual fare. But you also mentioned, it's a great opportunity for them to show what they can do. And we have open mics. I play guitar, and I'll go to an open mic.
Yeah.
And it is fun, right? You get to, instead of just sitting in my living room playing guitar, I can actually play. And, you really hope, people will like this. But you guys practice a lot. This is top drawer stuff. So.
Yeah, we take pride in just what we're able to put together and the quality of our performances. And there's something really special about, what you were saying compared to, playing at home compared to playing with a group of 40 other musicians and to bring this music to life. And so that's something really special, and it brings the musicians together, and then when the audience is there, it kind of brings the audience together with the shared experience of the joy of music.
All right, so I'm not getting off track because I want to stay on this, but if someone wanted to play in the symphony, I told you first time you came on, Corey, I was like, we have a symphony?
Yeah.
And it's like, we have a symphony. We've had it for 85 years, right? It's like, so this is exciting. So if someone, let's say it's a high school kid and he's playing, or, it's like you said, an older person that, plays cello at home, right? Or whatever. How do they get involved? Can they get involved? And then how do they get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. They can get involved by just reaching out to us. We have a website, which is Yuba Sutter Oratorio Society, YSOS.org. They can reach out to us on the website. They can reach out to us on social media. Again, our organization and our symphony, it's a volunteer group. We don't have a formal audition process. Usually if somebody is joining us for the first time, it's kind of a try-on where they come and they sit in on a rehearsal and see if it's a good fit for them. And if it's something that they enjoy doing, if it's something that's kind of at their level. And so, it's really kind of a try-on kind of thing. So we are open to having more members, especially in our string section.
That's what I was going next. What are you lacking? What part of it do you need more?
Yeah, and in a symphony, our wind and brass players, usually there's only like one person assigned per part. So sometimes on those, we're a little bit more limited with who we can bring in and how many. We can't have a symphony with 20 trumpet players.
What? Why not?
I know. Yeah, and the trumpet players would disagree with me on that probably. But we can have a symphony with 20 violin players, and that's just kind of how the balance of a symphony works. They can reach out to us on our website, YSOS.org. They can find us on Instagram and Facebook, Yuba Sutter Oratorio Society. We're always looking for people that might want to join us.
I want to mention the symphony concert this weekend is free, but you guys do accept donations, right? So that you can continue to do what you do. So on your web page, is there a donate button there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a donate button. Again, all of our performances are free throughout the year, so people can come regardless of what they may or may not be able to pay, as far as purchasing a ticket. We don't have tickets. So everyone is welcome, and then we do have opportunities to give donations online. People could give cash check donations in person at the concert. We have QR codes they can scan if they want to donate at the concert that direction. We really just want to make this accessible to people in our community. So our concerts are free, and then we do accept donations to help support us.
I did notice you got some full-year sponsors.
Yes.
These are people that come on board and say, hey, I want to support this. Do you care if I mention them?
Yeah, please do.
So Plumas Lake Self-Storage, Beverly and Gary
Files.
Thanks. I knew you were going to have to help me on these, Corey. Core Financial Group, Pat McDaniels in memory of Laverne Grell, Ing and Axel.
Yes. Carl Shoy.
Yes. I apologize to these fine folk for butchering their names, but Suzanne Carter and is this Herboldsheimer?
Yes, Herboldsheimer.
Herboldsheimer Memorial.
Yes.
And so these are people that they're covering it for a full year, and then you have other people that sponsor at different levels. So if someone, the reason I want to read some of this, and I'll read some more: Graham Music Studio, Donna Smith, Guth and Shangrius Attorneys.
Yes.
Don and Laura Miller, Carl and Mary Carl Adams.
Mary Carol Adams.
Carol.
Yes.
Tell them I'm sorry.
Yes, I will.
When they call you and go, who was that guy? Yuba Sutter Arts and Culture, we know them, right? Mike and Mary Saringer, in memory of Donald and Marge Saringer, and Russ and Donna Clark.
Yeah.
And so these are a way that you can become a regular sponsor for an event, or you can sponsor for the whole year.
Absolutely.
And so thank you to these fine folks for doing that.
Absolutely. And that's and thanks to those people that do give those sponsorships, that then in turn helps us be able to put on these concerts for free for our community. And if you've never come to one of our symphony concerts, this is one of a lot of people's favorite ones to come to, because over the years we do Broadway shows, we do movie tunes. This year we're doing TV show theme songs. But it's really upbeat concert played by a live symphony orchestra. The joy that you hear and see in the kids that are going to be singing with us is inspiring, and it's a lot of fun. And so if you've never seen our symphony, this would be a great chance to come and say, hey, I heard there's a symphony, let's go see what this is all about. And maybe we'd see you for some others in the future as well. So
there's this guy, Corey Kirsting, who conducts this.
Yes.
What's he like?
I don't know. I've heard of him, but...
How in the world did you end up as a conductor?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened, Corey.
I grew up here in the community as a music student, and I went to college down in Stockton, University of the Pacific, as a music education major. And in the process, you take conducting classes, and you learn how to, conduct your school groups and that sort of thing. My first conducting job was at a church down in Stockton. I was conducting a church orchestra. Then my former teacher retired up here in Yuba City about the same time I was looking for a teaching job, and so I came up here and got hired in Yuba City Unified teaching orchestra. And I played in this symphony, the Yuba Sutter Symphony, as a kid and as a high school student under the direction of Richard Morrissey, who directed the group for many, many years. And then he came to the point of retirement and he said, hey, Corey, I want you to kind of take over leading this group. And I said, it sounds like a great opportunity. And so I've been doing that for almost 25 years now, leading the symphony.
So I have to tell you, the first time I saw a conductor that I remember was John Williams. And I can't remember what he was conducting, but I was mesmerized by his movements. Yeah. And then I've seen others since then who I can't name, and they look like they're just flailing the air. Yeah. I mean, they're going for it. It's almost like they're having an invisible sword fight. You can't see the contender, right? Yeah. But by the end, they have cut that guy to shreds, right? But so honestly, Corey, every single movement means something, doesn't it?
Yes, but I will tell you a secret. On the conductor stand on my music, where I have the music, what it actually says is wave hands until the music stops and then take a bow.
So you're saying that if you let me stand in and I just move around, they'll do what they're supposed to do anyway?
Sure, let's just go with that.
Let's try it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is kind of funny, and I talk to my students at school, just learning how to conduct, and for the students, learning what to watch when they're watching a conductor. And I talk to them about how we take these conducting classes in college to, express the music through our conducting. And then you go and watch some professional groups and, like you said, it looks like a sword fight.
Oh my gosh.
Or an interpretive dance. Yeah. So there are many different styles of conducting, I should say. So.
Some of it you can tell they're directing, like I want this group to play, and so they'll hold their hand up to one and do something, or that you can tell they're they're bringing it down. But,
Yeah.
And those are easy.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of that baton stuff.
Yeah.
You use one of those, don't you?
I do, yes.
Do you have your own special one?
I do, yes.
Come on,
Yeah.
Corey. All right. So this is going to be again this Saturday.
Yes.
From 2. No, there'll be one at 2.
Correct.
And one at 7. About how long do they last?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. Is there handicap access?
Yes.
So somebody in a wheelchair can watch it?
Yep,
And
absolutely.
Got it. And then, again, it's at St. Andrew's Presbyterian, which is right next to Winco.
Yes.
You guys got plenty of parking.
Yes.
Right? So
Yep.
it's easy access to get in and get out.
Yes.
And so one last thing here. It says that donations are accepted. Is there a way... Is there like a bucket? What do you do there?
Yep. Yeah, we have some baskets in the lobby that
Got
people
it.
can drop some money in. We have on our program there's some QR codes that take people directly to some online payment options if people want to donate that way. But yeah, otherwise people can come, and I do always recommend people show up early because we don't have reserved seating or ticketing. So if you want a good seat, show up early for good parking and good seats. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing Mission Impossible. We're doing Magnificent Seven. We're doing the Muppet Show. We're doing Mickey Mouse Club. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun music that I think people will recognize and enjoy.
All right. I know that you're going to look at me weird when I say it. Is there popcorn? Is there food?
Not for this one, no. We don't have any snacks or food for this concert. Yeah.
So, I had to ask, Corey.
Yeah, that's
I
a
had
good
to,
question.
You know? So folks, right before you get there, stop and get something to eat so that you're not hungry while you're watching this, and go and sit back and enjoy just an incredible hour and a half, including the Twin Rivers Charter School Choir.
Yes.
This is just great stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Corey, thank you for all you do. Thank your parents for having you. They're just great folks.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to this, and stay with us. Let us know what's next.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
This community interview is made possible by Shaw and Associates.
I'm Dave Shaw, President and CEO of Shaw & Associates. For over 70 years, Shaw & Associates has been your trusted experts for wealth management,